Welcome to Quick Bites. Sim the World here, making 5-star dishes in Cooking Simulator. Today we're going to take a look at the melting potatoes. This is part of the Cooking Channel DLC. It's a extra bit of money, but it does add a lot of dishes. Why don't we come over here, just pop in real quick and take a look. Yeah, Food Network DLC does add quite a few dishes, all of which look really cool. So in addition to the regular menu items, we'll also take a look at those too occasionally. I think we've already done one, perhaps, in the series. Perhaps not. But before this is over, we'll get through a lot more. So with that, let's start from the top. We're going to work our way down. See if we can't get the 5 stars and figure out where you might have issue. So we're going to start off with 300 grams of potatoes. That's 2 potatoes. And we're going to put 10 grams of salt and pepper on them. Now that's 10 grams in total, so I think we're going to want to put 5 grams on each. That makes sense in my mind. There's 5 grams on each potato. And same with the second. There we go. I think the other gram fell off. Alright, so this gets cut into 30-gram pieces. So each potato is 150 grams. How many pieces is that per potato? That's right, it's 5. We need to cut this into 5 separate pieces. Let's see if we can't line this up decently. There's 1. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. How close were we? Let's take a look. We were not close at all, folks. We gotta find a better way to cut these potatoes. Alright, so I got 2 new potatoes. I redid the salt and pepper. I'm actually just taking it little by little and seeing, yeah, that's a 30-gram piece. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 3 more 30-gram pieces. So that's my best suggestion, is to get as many potatoes as you need. A lot of the time, if you're playing through this on the campaign, you're doing this in larger batches. So you have some potatoes prepped for orders, so you can quickly just grab them, throw them in a pan, and cook them as needed. So my suggestion is just to grab a bunch of potatoes and start going through, cutting off, figuring out how much is 30 grams, how much isn't. And as you start getting better with the game, you'll start being able to gauge where on the potato 30 grams is. Like, there's a good piece. I've been going all the way up to 40. So in fact, we'll take this one here too. Now this should be just about our full potato. Let's go back here. Let's take a look. We need to add pan 10 milliliters of sunflower oil. We can do that. Hopefully. It doesn't pour too quick. And it poured a little too quick. We need 40 milliliters of clarified butter. And we did way too much, way too much. Let's try that again. This oil, there's no harm in doing it multiple times. The oil is cheap, whereas your time is not. Best to get this right. You don't have to repeat the order. Slowly drizzle this in. There's 40. Perfect. Now we add our potatoes. We're a little over. It's 340. We only need 300. So I'm going to take out one of those 40-gram pieces. How about that? All right, perfect. Now there's 300 grams of potatoes. We will fry this for 20 seconds. Then we'll add it to the pan, chicken broth, garlic, and rosemary. I'm going to go ahead and time this so you guys get an idea of where 20 seconds is. So I don't think it's going to cook the potato fully. It's only going to cook it part of the way, and we'll finish it off when we boil them. And there has been 20 seconds. We'll cut the heat. Next, we need our chicken broth, 250 milliliters. So that's a quarter of the container. We can pour it a little quicker. Okay, I'm taking that. That's almost 250. We need 20 grams of garlic, which is just 2 cloves. It doesn't say to chop it, so we won't. Put them in just as is. And 1 twig of rosemary, and we boil that for another 40 seconds. So the rosemary goes in. Again, I will set a timer. And away it goes. For 40 seconds, we'll see how much of this cooks and what doesn't. Alright, so we are at 40 seconds just about now. As you can see, things start to burn just a little bit. Hopefully the potatoes, that won't be an issue. Maybe we cook things a little longer than we needed. So then we just take the potatoes out, and that's what we serve. See, these all fit on a plate? Yep, they do. Yeah, it says just to transfer the potatoes to the plate. I don't think the picture has both the rosemary and garlic. But we're going to just do the potatoes. We got to follow directions. That's how we get 5 stars in this game. Let's serve it up. Will this be our 5 stars? It is perfect. We nailed it. It's not a lot of fame points. It doesn't give you a lot of cooking points. Too much chicken broth. Interesting. Heating mistakes on potatoes. We did cook it a little long. But again, we used a timer on this, so everything should be perfect as it is. So they're just complaining to complain. And you know what we don't like in this kitchen? Complainers. So with that, thanks for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the future action. You can follow on Twitter for updates of future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at Sim the World.